Hey everybody, it's Aaron here at Voice One. I'm here with Gavin Hammon. He's going to be teaching a class with us coming up called The Modern Announcer about modern announcing. You're gonna have to tell me about what this is. It's a commercial class and it's coming up this weekend. And we're really excited to have you teach with us. It's going to be in person. So everybody in the area, please come down and let's talk about what's going to happen. But first, a little bit of a background, right? You do commercials and toys and video games. You're like all over the place, right?
Whatever they'll pay me to say, I'm happy to say. Yeah, no, I do mostly, probably a good split of my business is between interactive and commercial stuff. These days, probably less interactive just because, we're not traveling to studios, but there is still plenty of that happening just from home. But yeah, I'm lucky to get to do kind of lots of different kinds of stuff, which you have to be able to do, to live in the Bay Area and work. So
awesome. So how have commercials changed since you started working with them?
Well, I mean, initially when I started, probably about 17 or 18 years ago, most of the commercial stuff was totally conversational and it was just subdued and everybody was cool and normal and there were no announcers or anything like that. And I think that over just the past, especially 5-10 years, it's gotten so much broader in terms of what you can bring to something. There's way more character-y reads, in commercials. There's sort of really conversational, which sounds like real people that, which happens a lot and they're weird and they're kind of off-putting when you hear them sometimes. But yeah, it seems like it's opened up a whole lot more than just, everything will say that it's conversational, but then you'll see it on air and it'll be an announcer. So it just seems like it's pretty wide open in terms of how everybody's approaching it. So my hope with the class is just to get people to be in touch with whatever their own strengths are, because we can all kind of bring something to whatever, whatever that commercial's trying to do. They don't know what they want it to sound like. And if they do, it's probably, they're probably a little too specific. So.
Right. So what piece of advice would you give actors who want to achieve the modern sound with traditional copy?
I think it's just about sort of addressing and sort of honing in on what you do well and knowing what your strengths are and just bringing out your best read for what you're able to do. And if you can do kind of character-y stuff, there's a lot of announcers that can be really character-y, and then there's a lot of announcers that can be really subdued and really pulled back or amped up. It's just kind of finding your strengths and, exploiting them as much as possible. That's cool. What I think.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to the class. I'm going to be there. So
nice. I'm going to be there too, which is going to be weird because I haven't been anywhere for like 2 years. So yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me for the brief interview. And I'm looking forward to meeting you.
Right on. Aaron, thanks so much for having me.